I'm Sheila and welcome to my Stretch Body Awareness class. Today we're going to start on the floor and we're going to start working with our hips right away. So let's sit up nice and tall and just rock the hips side to side. Just to start to wake everything up. Excellent. Let's put our hands behind and we'll flex our feet. Our backs are still straight. We're going to push through the balls of the feet and point. And flex. Balls of feet and point. Flex. Balls of feet and point. And flex. Balls of feet and point. Now with our feet flexed, we're going to push one hip forward. And switch and change. Push the other hip forward. Now obviously everything is connected in our body. So as we work the hips, switching from one hip forward and the other, we start to really actually integrate and start working with the whole body. Let's take one more in each direction. Push it away and push it away. Good. Bring the feet in. We're going to bring them tight up and then walk them over to the right. Coming up and over and walk to the other side. So we're sort of exaggerating what we initially did with rocking the hips, but making it go all the way over. And as you can see, it starts to involve the back and the legs. Up and over. Good. And let's take it once more in each direction. Rocking it over and then rocking it over. Good. Sitting up tall, getting the divine flush out from underneath you. We've got our legs not super tight towards us. And our feet are touching, and we're going to just gently open up the hips. And then close. Good. And open. And close. We have two more of these. And open. And close. And open. And close. Let's draw the legs over to the side. We're going to open to one hip. The top leg comes up and drops down. And lifts up. And drops down. Let's take two more. Lift it up, drop it down, and lift it up, and drop it down. Now we're going to lift up with that knee, top knee, and we're going to press it back and back. So we're opening up that inside thigh and hip area and back. Let's take four more of these. And open it out and out. Each time you may find you can get a little farther out there. And out. And out. Good. Close it all the way over and let's take it to the other side. So here we go. Stacking the legs up and open and close. And open and close. Two more. Open and close and open. And one more time. Here we go. And lift and press back and release. And back and release. Make sure that you are not sinking your shoulders up to your ears there. Keeping the arms nice and long. We have four more. And back, stretch, good. In and back, good. And neutral. And back. Push it out. And neutral. And back. And neutral. Good. Close it up. And let's come to that upright position, sitting up tall. Once more, let's open out. Maybe you feel like those hips can go a little bit more open, so the knees are going out to the side. We have two more. Press out. And in. Good. Out. Press out. And in. And press out. And in. Let's fold over to the side once again. This time we're really making sure we're stacking up the hips one on top of the other so your torso is going to go more towards the side there. And we're going to flex the top foot and press the heel out. And then bring the knee in and hug it. Press it out and stretch. The hip is going to tilt away from you and then bring it in. Stretch it out with that flex. And in. And push out, flex, and bring it in. Good. Put it onto the stack. Take it to the other side. Make sure you're lined up correctly there. Flexing that top leg and push out. Feeling the hip going away from you. Hug it in. And flex and push it out. And hug it in. Good. And push it out. and hug it in, and push it out, and hug it in. We're going to take this once more. So here we go. Flipping to the other side, lining yourself up, flex that top foot, and push it away, and bring it in, and push it away. Feel that hip really going away, and in, good, and push it away, and in, and push it away, and in. Stack it up, and let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Lining up, flex the top foot, push it away. Feel that hip really moving away, and hug it in, and push it out, and in. Two more. Push it out, and in. Excellent. Push it out, and in. Good. Stack it, and let's sit up tall. This time, let's bring our legs in towards us and open it out, and just stay there for a moment. We're going to take a little massage press here. So we're twisting our upper body towards the right, and left hand comes to the ankle. Reach the right arm up, breathing in. Exhale, press the heel of the hand into the crook of the hip there, and slide your hand out, trying to keep the back straight. So we're stretching out a little more of that inside thigh, but it's really working through the hip. Inhale, press in, slide out, and feel the length. And lift up. Two more. Inhale, hand, press, and slide it out. Last time, lift it up. Inhale, press, and slide it out. Good. All the way out. Excellent. Now you may find as you sit up here that that whole leg and hip have opened up some. Let's just reset. Here we go. And come out, sitting up tall. We've got our right hand over onto our left ankle here, and reaching up the left hand. Deep breath in. Hand goes into the crook of the hip and slide it out, pressing out. Now you may find that one leg has a little more challenge. Inhale as you're working through it. So press and gently stretch, keeping that back straight, and the upper torso is slightly twisted towards the knee we're working on. And lift up, inhale, press, slide, and reach. Good. Last time. Here we go. Lift it up. Inhale, exhale as you press and really lengthen out through that hip and thigh. Good, excellent. Coming back to center, let's reset. Let's come out to an open position here and adjusting the divine flesh. And we're going to just drop the hip down, knee down, and come upright. And drop it down. And come upright. Good. Two more. Drop it down. And come upright. And drop it down. And come upright. Let's take it to the other side. Dropping that hip down so the knee follows. First time, be gentle, upright. And drop it down. Good. And upright. And drop it down. And come upright. Last time, drop it down. And come upright. Excellent. Let's shoot those legs out so they're straight up in front of us. Divine flesh is out from underneath us. And now you may start to feel a little stretch in the upper hamstring there. We're going to flex the feet. Push through the balls of the feet and toes. Repeat that. Flex. Balls of the feet and toes. Flex. Balls of the feet and toes. And flex. Balls of feet and toes. Now, with the legs in a flex position here, we're going to bend this knee slightly, and once again, rotate in. So it's a slight bend in that knee, but it helps us to get a little more rotation in that hip. And come to a neutral position. And rotate it. Good. And come to the center. Two more. Rotation, little bent knee there, and up. And rotate it in. Hip, and come up. Stretch the heels out and lengthening through the spine. And let's take that to the other side. So we have a slight bend in the knee. We're rotating that hip in. And neutral. Three more. And over, feeling that press. And neutral. Reach over with that hip. Feeling that hip really rotating in and neutral. And rotate in and neutral. Excellent. Bring the legs together, squeezing them, and then push them out through the heels so you're opening out. And squeeze and close. Push out through the heels as you open out. So we're in a parallel position to that hip. We've been doing rotations, but now we're working in that parallel position. And out. And come in. And out. Good. Let's bring the legs together and shake them out. Okay, we're going to take a bent knee position here. You've done this before with me. And we're going to take the front leg, which is the left leg, and bend it and make it so that it's along the pathway, the line of the front of the mat. And the back leg is also along that horizontal line from the long side of the mat. And the rest of the leg is going in a 90-degree angle. Our weight is more on this front leg, so there's a little space here in our hip. And we're just work the hip forward and around. So here we go. Deep breath in and press that hip, which causes the upper body to twist some. And now we're going to push the hip back, which causes our upper body to twist in that same direction. Breathe in, exhale, press and stretch. Good. And bring it back in and come back. Breath in, exhale, press and twist, stretching. Really feeling that long line that can happen in that circle. And come back, hip goes down. Last time, press it forward and allow the body to work. Okay, let's take a hold here for a moment so you can feel the back shoulder is aiming towards the back toe. So you've got a sort of a circular action that's happening in your body, but that hip is really pressing forward, right hip is pressing forward. So we're going to take little pulses, so back off the hip a little bit, and then press. Back off, and press. Back off slightly, and press. Good. And back off, and press. Excellent. Come to your neutral position. Help the back leg to come forward and reverse to the other side. It's very important to set everything up correctly in terms of the 90-degree angles here and the parallel lines of these parts of the leg here. So let's start with the left hip here. And we're pressing forward. Now this first one might not feel like you can get very far. And press back. And of course, the upper body is following what the hip is leading. And press through that hip. And let the upper body go a little bit more. And we're breathing. And press back. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're pressing. And you're allowing the body to go a little bit more. So we're really stretching out that hip area. And press back. Upper body will go in the opposite direction. Deep breath in. Exhale, press. It's like a little unwinding and winding up here with that hip. And then press it back. Allow the upper body to follow. Excellent. Let's take that once more. So we're pressing through that hip. Allowing the upper body to twist. Help your hands to help you with this by moving them if you need to. And really feeling that back shoulder having a connection to the back toe by pressing through this hip. Very much forward with that hip. And then let's take those little pulses. So ease off, inhale, exhale, press. Ease off, inhale, exhale, press. Good. 2 more sets. Ease off, inhale, exhale, and press. Last time. Ease off, inhale, exhale, press. Good. Coming back, neutral position, and let's help the legs to come forward. So from here, let's sit in a nice folded leg position. Remember, we want the divine flesh to be out of the way. And we're going to continue to feel a stretch in the hips, but let's involve the spine. Starting from the top of the head, chin comes down. Roll down through the upper back, the middle back, sliding hands forward, coming forward from the hips, the fold in the hips there, and allow the body to drop over. Now you may feel some stretch in the back of the thighs, through the glutes,
So you're also working through that front fold in the hip flexor. So heads go down. Let's shake our heads out for a moment. Shake our shoulders out. And then see if you can wiggle the hips side to side like we did at the beginning. It might be a fast little jiggle. But you may find that it allows your body to drop farther forward. So keeping the heads down, let's take 4 deep breaths. You go inhale. Exhale, see if you can fold more from the hips and inch the hands out a little bit more. Heads are down. Breath in. Exhale, reaching forward. Elbows are bent. Body comes forward. Where are you feeling the stretch now? Deep breath in. Exhale, reach. Forward with the arms, folding over more with the body, feeling the fold in the hips. And last time, deep breath in. Exhale, and reach the hands as far forward as you can. Elbows are still bent, head is dropped, and you feel the fold and crease in the hips there. And then slowly walk the hands back as you roll up through that lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. Excellent. Good. Shake that out a bit. Let's reach to the side. So we're going to put our hand out to the side of our hips, reach the arm over, and we're pushing with the hand as we push with the other arm in that arm. And you get a little bit of a fold or a slide or curve here in your back. You're keeping both hips down. Now we're going to press down with that elbow. So we're opening up the side body there. And press up. Breathe, inhale. Exhale as you press down and feel that side stretch. Good. Let's take 2 more. Straighten the arm. Inhale. Exhale. Press that elbow down, reaching to the side. Good. And last time. Press up. Inhale. Exhale and press. Now staying in this position with the elbow down with the side body stretch. We're going to lift the hip up off the floor on the opposite side. Press down through the hip to increase that side body stretch. Good. We got 3 more of those. Inhale. Breathing in. So the hip is now going to be pushing down and coming to the floor to help increase this stretch. And 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Press that hip down. Feel that lengthen, making sure the body stays flat. And last time, inhale. Breathing in, exhale, pressing that hip down, feeling that nice side stretch. Good. Put the hand on the knee and push yourself up so you're undulating up through that side. Good. Let's take it to the other side. Gently coming down with that arm flat and straight. Other arm reaches over and feel that bowing that happens in the side body. So we're pushing out through our ribs, keeping our hip down. Arm reaches up and arm reaches down. Here we go. Bending the elbow down. Inhale. Exhale, pushing out, feeling that length. Good. Let's take that 3 more times. Bending the elbow down, anchor on that hip, opposite hip into the floor, and straighten. 2 more. And bend. Inhale. Exhale and press. Feel that long, long line. Excellent. Last time. Bend, get that elbow down, and press and straighten. Opening up the side body by the use of pushing the hip down. Good. So now the elbow goes down. Anchor yourself there, and we're going to lift that hip off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, press and drop. Good. Again, inhale, lift the hip off the floor, and exhale and press. 2 more. Inhale, hip comes off the floor. Good. Exhale and press. Really press that hip down. And last time, inhale. And exhale. And you're really far over to the side compared to when we started. So you're getting a nice long line through that side body with the use of the hip pressing down. Okay, now take the hand onto the knee and undulate yourself up. Let's take some punches. We're going to punch with our arm out to increase that kind of hip work there. So we're going to reach out, pressing the hip down, and come up. Reaching up, press.
and up. So we're lengthening now through that whole side body and the arm and the armpit. And reach. We have 4 more. And 1. And up. And 2. Lengthen. And up. And 3. Good. Up. And 4. Pushing the hand up. Let's take it to the other side. And here we go. Punch. And push it up. Reaching all the way out. Hip stays down. And lift. Feel that length off to the diagonal with that arm up. And reach. And we have 4 more. And out. And lift. And reach. And up. Push it out. And up. And reach. And up. Good. Let's bring the legs together. And bring them straight out in front of us. Feet are pointed. And let's take that rock that we did at the beginning of the class. And you'll notice that it's much easier to lift these hips up. We've got more mobility, and maybe you feel like it's activating different parts of your body even more than before. Good, and here we go. Let's go into a flex position again. Push through the balls of feet and point. Flex, backs are straight. Balls of feet and point. 2 more. Flex, push through the balls of feet and point. And flex, push through the balls of feet and point. Coming back to your flex, hands behind, shoulders are down, slightly bent elbow, we're pressing that hip forward. So we're repeating the opening exercises just so you can see how much has changed in your body just by really working and focusing on these hips. Push out, let's take once more in each direction. Push and push. Good. We're going to come down to our sides here. So we're going to bend the knees. Stacking hips up. Our elbows are right underneath our shoulder here. Feet are pointed. And we're going to continue to do some hip work that involves the legs too. So hand on the hip. We're going to lift our foot up, so we're rotating our hip in. And then reversing it, rotating out. Rotate in. Good. And out. Rotate in. And out. Rotate in and out. From this position, let's just lift the leg out to the diagonal and come back in. Reaching it out. So we're rotated out in the hip, or now extending that line of the rotation through the leg and in and out and in. Close it up. Let's push ourselves up, swing the legs around, take it to the other side. So we're stacked up. Elbow is underneath our shoulders, and we're going to lift that foot up. So we got a rotation. We push that rotation into the hip. Foot and open. Rotate and in. Good. And open. And 2 more times. Rotate in and open. And rotate in and open. Maintaining this position. We've got the rotated hip. Extend the leg out. Bring the foot down. Extend it out. And down. And extend it out. And down. Good. Extend it out. And down. Excellent. Close it up. Swing the legs around. And this time we're going to lie all the way down. So we've got our legs in a long line here. And we're going to come all the way down on our side bodies, using our top hand, our left hand, to help us balance here. We're going to flex the feet, and we're going to push that hip, that top leg away, and release. And push it away, and release. Good. Push it away. So we're really making that top leg slide beyond the bottom leg there, and push it away. And come neutral. Now we're going to rotate that leg in from the hip. This is a little bit difficult, but we're getting a little more stretch in that whole hip area. And then come to the top. And rotate it in. And up, out. And rotate it in. And up. And rotate it in. And up. Now maintaining this
outward and upward position with our foot and our hip. We're going to point the foot and we're going to lift the leg all the way up as far as we can go and close it down using the inside thigh. And lift it up. We're just going up to the ceiling. We're not trying to go beyond because we haven't stretched enough on the inside thigh. And lift, but we're working these hips. And down. And lift it up. And down. Good. Come back to your parallel position. Bend the knees, slide yourself up, and let's shoot to the other side. So your hips may feel like they're really being worked, and they are. But it is helping us to really activate other parts of our body. So from here, we're flexing the feet. We've got support here, and we're just pushing that top leg away. So we're pushing through the hip, and release, and push away. And release, and push away, and release. Once more, push away, and release. And now we're going to rotate in. So we're feeling that top hip go in, your feet will be going down towards the floor, and then opening it out so your feet go to the ceiling. And again, rotate through that hip. It's not a huge movement, but you can really feel this, what's going on inside, the muscles and the ligaments and the tendons. And once more, push it out and rotate. Good. Let's point the foot and we're lifting the leg up to the ceiling and down. And lift it up and down. Good. Two more. And lifting up. And down, and lift up, and down. Excellent. Let's roll onto our bellies. And we're going to take a little hip stretcher. This is probably one of the few exercises I've ever found that really can isolate your hip flexors here. So from here, we're going to stack our hands on top of each other and just take a moment, drop the head down. And that front leg, we're going to be curling the toe under, pressing out and stretch. And down and release. Let's take that again. Front leg, curl under and press. And release and down. Two more. Press under and press that hip. Down as you push the heel out. And knee down and release. And last one. Let go of the foot, push it under, press, and breathe. So you've got a little action through that hip, and then also the leg and release. To increase that, we're going to take one hand, slide it underneath that hip, and notice if there's any space there. And there might not be a whole lot because of all the hip work we're doing, but we're going to increase what happens to that hip there by lifting the leg up. Same arm grabs a hold of the leg somewhere or your pants. And from deep breath in, as you exhale, you're really pushing that hip down, letting your arm help to lift the leg up so you can get that hip way into the floor. So there's a little bow in your back. And then release. And notice how your fingers can't even get underneath there anymore. So we've really worked that whole hip joint. From here, hands come underneath. Let's push back into child's pose and see if that leg we just worked feels different than the other one. You may find that you can fold a little bit more in the hip. Good. And then come up and let's take it to the other side. I'm turning to the other side so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going all the way down. And we've got our hands on top of each other, stamping the forehead on top. And with the other foot, excuse me while I get back onto my mat. From here, with that other leg, we're going to curl the toe under and then deep breath in and press. So we're pushing our hip down into the floor and stretching out through the heel. So we're getting a lengthening through the calf and the back of the leg there. Knee down, toe releases. Deep breath in, curl under, press and drive that heel out. Good. Release it and drop. 2 more sets. Curling the toe under, inhale, exhale, press, pushing the hip into the floor and really stretching out through the heel. And we have one more. From here, deep breath in, exhale, press, push, and feel that lengthening that's happening there. Good. Release it. And then we're going to bend that leg up, grab with the same hand, this leg, somewhere on the leg or the pants. From deep here, deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to push the hip into the floor, which causes the leg to come up. And because your hand is grasping there, you can kind of bring that leg up in a bow and really feel the hip bone going into the floor. So really lengthening it out through the hip flexor area. Good. And release. And let's check. You probably cannot get those fingers underneath there. And then from here, let's once again bring the hands behind us and push back into a child's pose. Relaxing the elbows down. Taking a deep breath. Good. Let's come back up to our hands and knees. So even though we've been focusing solely or pretty much solely on our hips, let's see how with more mobility in our hips, our lower spine can get a little more action too. So let's go into our cat and cows. Deep breath in. As we exhale, push that lower back up to the ceiling. And because we've gotten some more flexibility in hips, you may find as hips press a bit forward and head goes down towards the hips, that your lower back can get a nice stretch there. Your abs are also being held. Pushing through the hips, let's go into our cow. Shoulders are down, elbows are slightly bent. And again, rolling through the hips, make that lower back come up, head goes down, and press into your cat. Really grabbing those abdominals, pushing through, making sure you're breathing into your cow. Really working that lower spine. And 2 more sets, rolling up. Pushing through, and cow. Once more, into your cat. Lifting up. Pushing through and into your cow. Good. Coming to a neutral position. From here, let's push the hips to the side, so we're looking towards that hip, and push to the other side. Over to the original side, to the front, head looks over, and to the other side. So this is just a variation on the side hip movement here, but it's involving the spine as well, and over. And let's take one more, and push through. Good, and push through. Neutralize that position. Let's shoot that front leg out, flex it. And we're going to bend the leg up, keeping the hip stable, and reach it out. So now we're using our hip to help strengthen us. Lift up and push out. Hip is nice and stretched and warmed up, so it can stabilize us as our abdominals are being used to reach it out and lift it up. And stretch it out. Bring that leg down. Let's take it to the other side. Press up through the heels, stabilizing through the hips and the abdominals. We're lifting that leg up. And press out. And lift it up. And press it out. 2 more. Lift it up, using the abdominals, but feeling the nice security of the hips, staying right where they are because they're stable. And lift up. And press it out. Good. Coming back down. Let's press back into child's pose once more. Letting that lower back relax. Now we're going to take sort of a circle through our back. So we're going to lift up into the cat, inching the hands a little bit farther forward as you press the hips down and come into an extended arc back. Now, pushing back through the hips, you're undulating back into your child's pose. So you're kind of making a circle here, lifting up through the back into cat, allowing the hips to help you, pushing forward, adjusting the hands, and letting them come down.
And now sticking the butt out so you're making more of a cow there as you ripple the spine back into your child's pose and relax.
Letting the hands slide if they need to. 2 more. Rolling up through that back. Feeling the hips drop and push down.
Upper back comes up so we get into your cow position here, more or less. And then pushing through the hips, feeling that back ripple and roll down into child's pose.
Allowing the hands to adjust. Let's take that once more. Rolling up through the back. Good. Allowing the hands to move forward as the hips come forward if you need to. And lifting up, shoulders down, looking up as much as you can. And then pushing through the hips so you get that ripple. And we're going to come back down into child's pose. And rest. Good. Let's come back to hands and knees. So readjust so that your hands are underneath your shoulders. And we're going to take that first leg, flex it out, stabilize those hips. Now we're going to open the knee and bring the knee towards the elbow, coming out. So we're staying in a rotated position here. The hip is rotated on this long leg, and we're just working with that knee and pressing out. It's similar to something we did earlier in the class, except we're in a completely different position with the rest of our body. And in and out. Come to a parallel position. Come down. Let's take it to the other side. Other leg comes up. Flex the foot. Rotate it at the hip. Bringing the knee in towards the elbow. Keeping it rotated out as you press out. Good. Coming in and press it out. We have 2 more of these. Coming in, and yes, we're working on the abdominals too. Press it out, and come in, and press it out. Let's come to a parallel position, come to your knees, and now let's roll the toes under. We're going to push back into our down dog, using the hips. Press those hips back. Feel this nice long stretch that happens. You feel that in your back, in your legs, but that hip area is really pushing up. I'm bouncing it a bit so you can really see how the hips pushing up can help lengthen us. Good. From here, let's just bend the knees and not come to the floor. Breathing in. Exhale, pushing the hips back. So we're bending the knees and the hips are coming down, but we do not touch the floor. Here we go. And press back with those hips. Feeling the length. And bend, holding onto the abdominals. And push back with the hips. Good. And last time, bend. Feeling the knees not touch. And up and press. Good. Keeping those hips working all the way back. From here, bend the knees slightly, walk the hands, and let's come to a bend knee position here. Feeling that nice fold. We've really created that beautiful fold. Head is loose. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to try and stretch those legs up, feeling hips go up, head goes down. So now we're getting a little action in the hamstrings here. Let's take that again. Bend the hips down. Inhale. Exhale. Press the hips up. Heads go down. Legs get long. 2 more. Bend. Inhale. Hips go down. Exhale. Push those hips up. You can press with the hands onto the floor if you'd like to. All the way up. Good. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten. Good. Bend the knees. Let's roll all the way through the body and come to an upright position. And just to switch things up a little bit, let's reach the arms up, twist and open. And come forward, lift, and twist, but the hips stay front. And lift up, open, and twist. Repeat, lift up, open, and twist, hips stay front. Let's take that with flexed hands, so we bring the arms up, flex the hands, push out through the hands, hips stay going front, hands go in opposite directions. And lift up, flex, and twist. Good. Repeat, last time, lift, up, and flex. Twisting, making those hands go out,
up. Inhale, exhale, and twist. Good. Coming to the center. Let's roll back down through the spine. Bending the knees and hanging. From here, in that bent knee position, we're going to straighten first the front leg and let the upper body twist. So you're thinking of the front hip going up. Deep breath in, exhale, press, and it's almost like you're looking under your armpit there, pressing that hip, that front hip up, and you'll feel a good stretch in many different places. Bend, inhale. Exhale, press the back hip up. Feel the upper body twist there, but you're really pressing through that back hip. That's your focal point. Press it to the ceiling, up, 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 up. Good. Bend, inhale. Exhale, press the front hip up. Feeling that beautiful twisted stretch. And you can feel that all the way through into the hip and into the glute area. Bend, inhale, heads are loose, shake them up. Exhale, press that back hip up. Beautiful. Let's take one more in each direction. Bend, inhale, shake that head out, shoulders are loose. Exhale, press the front hip up and feel that twist. Good. Bend, inhale. Exhale, press the back hip up and allow the body to twist through. Beautiful. Coming back down. Let's come all the way down to our hands and knees. And we're going to come back into an open hip position here. So our backs are flat, our hands are underneath our shoulders, and we reach that front leg out, flex it, rotate it out. We're going to bend the knee behind us. So we're getting a little bit more stretch in that front hip area and stretch it out. Bend it behind. And stretch it out. So the hip is lifted and open. Bend it behind. And stretch it out. Good. And bend it behind. And press and stretch it out. Bring it to rotation. Bring it in. And let's take it to the other side. So the leg goes out. Flex it. Rotate it out. And now we're bending that knee behind, which adds a little more stretch in front of the hip there. And press out. Obviously, we're also still getting some abdominal work. Breathe, bend, press it out. Again, two more. Bend, and press it out. And bend, and press it out. Come to a parallel position. Bring that leg down, and then let's sit back and let our bodies rest for a moment. We're going to finish out class with doing a series of stretches on the outs with our legs out in second position to take advantage of all of the wonderful hip opening that we've just done. So from here, let's go into a wide position. Hips are back, legs are out. And you want to really make sure that the divine flesh is out. So here we are in this very wide position because of all the hip work that we've done. And let's just rock through the hips again, as we did at the beginning of class. Good. And then we're going to take the same exercise we did, but we're now in this rotated position. And so from here, let's go flex, ball of feet and point. Backs are straight, flex. Balls of feet and point. Two more. Flex, balls of feet and point. And flex, balls of feet and point. Let's go back into the flex, and this is going to be a little different. We're going to have our hands behind, and we're going to push out through the hip. So it's like we did the push when our legs were front, but we're going to push out with that hip, which causes our body to go slightly to the opposite direction, and push out with the other hip. So it's just a little extra stretch that happens on the inside of the upper thigh there, and release, and push out through the hip. So you're pushing that heel out as far as you can. It's not a huge movement like it is when you, or as big a movement as when your legs are straight forward. And release, and push out. So you're really feeling that push and opening up through here, inner and upper thigh area with that hip. And repeat it, and push out to the side. So it's just a little push. I hope you can see the difference that's happening here as we do this, because it is really quite minimal. But there is a press out there. Good. And let's take it once more. Press it out. Good. Release and press it out. Good. And release. So that should feel like you've got some action happening there. So let's just bring our knees together and shake it out a little bit. Letting the thighs beat. And let's go back out there into that second position. Adjusting yourself, making sure that you've got the divine flesh from out underneath there. And let's start with a pointed foot here. We're going to reach to the side and let's bring our arm through. Good. From here, let's bring our arm up. We're over to the side and we've got both hips on the floor. And we're going to reach the arm back, letting our chest come forward. So we've got sort of a chest forward position with our arm behind, both legs are out. And then from here, we're lifting the arm straight up. We're gonna slide this hand through and get that arm going behind, reaching out behind the leg. Both hips stay on the floor. So now the curve in our back is in the opposite direction. So we've sort of got a concave position in our backs, front of our backs, and the back of our spine is opening up side to side. And then we're going to reverse that. So we're reaching straight up, allowing the body to go to the side. Breathe in. Exhale, pressing the chest forward so the shoulder blades are squeezing together. Letting the arm go as far back as it can. And then lift up. Opposite hip stays on the floor. Breathing and pushing and sliding. You may be able to get a little farther over. And we're going to take 2 more sets of those so the arm comes up. Both legs are remaining rotated out. Deep breath in. Both hips stay on the floor as we arc to the back. Reaching out. Taking advantage of the openness that we have in our hips to now start to open up our chest and our back and our shoulders. And then coming upright, breathe in, exhale, slide, and twist. Both hips stay down. See if you can curve over to the front more. And then let's take that once more. Here we go, arm up, deep breath in. Exhale, reaching to the back. All the way open with that chest. Just goes forward, shoulder blades squeeze together. Reaching the arm back, feeling where you may get stretched. Maybe different each time you do this. And center, breathe in. Exhale, slide, and come through. Excellent. And then let's put both hands on the floor, keeping the opposite hip down, so you're really feeling that opening in the hip. Let's try and get our elbows down and fold our bodies over this long leg. Deep breath in. Exhale. Breath in. See if you can reach the hands out a little bit more. Exhale. 2 more. Breath in. And exhale. Lowering if you can. Shooting the hands forward. And last time, deep breath in. And exhale. And legs are staying rotated out because we work those hips. We're still keeping the hips working by rotating them out and keeping them both on the floor. And then walk your hands up, rolling out through the spine, and then come into the neutral position. Let's bring the legs together. Just to, once again, give it a bit of a rest before we take this to the other side. And then realign yourself into your second position with your legs out, feet are pointed, divine flesh is out, and let's slide to the other side. So reaching out and gently reaching over. Now we stretch this side so much, you want to be gentle as you come over because we're going to now do the same thing for the other side. Reaching the arm forward and feel that stretch. Good, lengthening out, setting ourselves up for this deeper chest opening exercise. And then the arm comes up, deep breath in. Exhale, bring the arm behind. Now this first time, we may not get that far, but we're pushing the chest forward. We're getting the arm back as far as we can. Shoulder blades are squeezing together. Both hips stay on the floor. Feeling that openness in the thigh. And then come to the neutral position, straight up. Inhale, exhale. Slide the hand through, bracing the arm against the leg, and curve.
Again, this first time is not going to be to your fullest range of motion. So just be patient with yourself. And then unwind, reach the arms straight up. Deep breath in. Both hips on the floor. As you exhale, pressing the chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together, reach the arm behind, and you're opening up, feeling both hips on the floor, so you've got that work in the inside thighs as well as the chest and the spine. Good. Come to a neutral position. Deep breath in. Exhale, slide, and press. Good. You may find that you get a little farther over now. And you may find that you get a stretch as you come through the shoulder area, the tops of the arms, and the back of the upper arm area. Coming back, this is our third one. Here we go. Breathe in. As you exhale, chest comes forward. You may find that you have a great deal more ease in terms of making this action happen this third time. Way out there. Both hips are still on the floor. Yeah. Good. And come upright. Inhale. Exhale. Slide, twist, and drop. And you can feel fold of the spine in the opposite direction. So the chest is more concave. The back of the spine is opening up a little bit more. And come back. Last time. Here we are. Deep breath in. Exhale, pressing that chest forward. Feeling the arms go back here. Opening through maybe the armpit. Maybe feel that right there as you're reaching. Chest forward. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Come to neutral position. Arms straight up. Exhale, slide, and then come through. Heads go down. Excellent. Come up slightly. Let's place our hands on either side of this leg that we're already bent over. Opposite hip stays on the floor, and drop the body over. From that hip flexor there, over the leg to increase the stretch. Let's take 4 deep breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, let the body drop over. May your arms inch forward a little bit towards the toes. And breathe in. Exhale, inching forward, increasing the side body stretch, and also the stretch through the leg that we're folded over. Opposite hip stays on the floor. 2 more deep breaths in, and exhale, reach. And last one, breathe in, and exhale, and lengthen. And then slowly walk the hands back as you're rolling up through the spine, being gentle with yourself, all the way up to the head, and then come to a neutral position. Let's take a fold forward, but this time we're going to flex our feet. So back starts straight, starting from the head, drop the chin down, rolling through, reaching the arms out, all the way down. So we can really take advantage of our hip opening work that we've done today. So we're going to go all the way down. I'd like your heads to be all the way down as far as they can be. I'm lifting mine up a little bit so that I don't have too horrible echo with my voice as I lead you through this. So arms are out, keeping that head dropped. Let's just hold here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the body come farther over, feeling the openness in the hips. Good. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, reach the fingers out, tiny bit more if you can, and see how that reflects in the stretch in the inside of the thighs. And the legs are trying to stay as rotated out as they can. So the toes go up towards the ceiling. Deep, long, beautiful stretch. Excellent. So from here, bring the hands in, push through the hands so you can roll up through the spine and come to an upright position. Beautiful. Okay, folks, let's come back to our legs together position, and let's just rock the hips again. Lifting up. Get a lot of hip work. We hold so much tension in our hips.
we sit so much. So hopefully this helps to release quite a bit in that whole hip area. It therefore will be reflected through the rest of your body. So let's just fold our legs up one more time. Sitting up tall and clasp by reaching the arms up. Take a beautiful deep breath in as we bring our hands together and then bring our hands into our heart chakra area as we exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today in this hip journey. Hopefully you will really enjoy this class over and over again and feel the benefits of having your hips loosen up. Until we meet again, have a great